I already said this in the budget. I said that we need to be able to see the situation. As we've said that the review of the inflation mitigation, which is for 6 months, and as we've highlighted previously also, the reason why it's been for 6 months is because if you look at most of the market sources in terms of global market, if you listen to some of the governors of the central banks overseas, they're saying that they expect inflation to peak in the next 6 months. Peak basically means once it's peaked, then it comes down. So that's why we said we need to do a review. And there's nothing wrong with doing a review. You have to maintain a particular level of flexibility. These are unprecedented times. Honorable Qereqeretabua made fun of that situation. In a pandemic, if we, for example, when the pandemic struck Fiji, if we had not revamped our budget in 2020, how would we have reacted to the situation on the ground when we had 110, 120,000 people losing their jobs, the borders shutting down, and we based on a budget that did not factor that in? Right? It makes common sense. So we did say the situation changes, and when the situation is extremely volatile, then you have to be able to have the particular level of flexibility. These people are obviously quite rigid, and they don't understand the nuances and the sophistication of world market economics and the global situation, inflation impacts. So they're quite rigid, and they think it's a joke actually. So we've said that. I mean, what if tomorrow in 6 months' time the war in Europe expands? What are you going to do now? Are you going to still maintain a budget that does not take that into account? So you have to be able to maintain a particular level of flexibility in such situations.